Ford F-150 aluminum, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Fiat, GM, and Hyundai certified repair facility. Montana Law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center at 1006 Euclid Avenue.
Capital Collision Center.
Helena's first choice in collision repair.
Well, one of the three officials just came up to say hi. Greg Morstein from Dillon. Jeremy, in Dillon, Montana,
I've been there
the
once.
most famous person is not the CEO of the hospital. The most famous person is not the president at Montana Western. The most famous person in the entire city of Dillon is a man who collects the trash. His name is Joe Morstein, Greg's father, who was an All-American punter at Montana Western, led the nation in punting, is in the Montana Western Hall of Fame. And when I grow up, I want to be more like my friend Joe Morstein, the most famous person in Dillon, Montana.
That's something else.
If you
That's a
just
great story.
If you just joined us in the women's game, Carroll College, they won 50-47. They shot 38%. They had 23 turnovers. I visited with Coach Sayers after the game. I said, Coach, good game. She said, Rocky, it was not a good game. You can't say it was a good game, but we won.
That sounds like Coach Sayers to me. She's always looking for how to improve her team, and I always, when I talk to her, she's always talking about. It's funny because I joke with her that after the first game of the season, she didn't stomp as many times as she usually would in the middle of the season, and she said, you know, I wasn't in mid-season form yet, Jeremy.
Montana Western's roster, 3 from Montana, 2 from Dillon. The Haverfield brothers. Tanner Haverfield, great shooter. He played in 4 state basketball championship games his senior year. He had 65 threes. His brother Michael Haverfield, he's just Mr. State Champion. He won 2 high school basketball titles, a football championship, and Michael Haverfield won 2 track titles as well. And the Haverfield family, great family. And Jeremy, I'm glad you're working with me for this particular game as the foreign roster continues for Carroll College, and you're going to help me pronounce all these names.
Yeah, you ready? You ready? There's Jovan Slivenkin.
Slivenkin, well, he's the Bain guy.
Yeah. He's averaging 16.4 points a game this year and was up there with Darko Kelly. We were talking about him earlier for Frontier Conference Player of the Week awards last season. Then you got people like Guilherme Pedra. He's a freshman on this team, went to Cathedral High School in California, but he's originally from Brazil. Okay? Now, let's get a little bit Murat Guzelak.
Guzelak.
Listen, I'm no pronunciator. We might need to ask some people around, but definitely Jovan Slivenkin and Guilherme Pedra. He goes by Guy or Gui Pedra. It's a lot, right? But these players are keys to Carroll's success. Both of those players, Murat and Pedra, very, very good down low for the Saints at forward position, and they play key minutes for this team. Now,
one of the most exciting players in the Frontier Conference, for the most athletic, though, is a 6'7" sophomore out of California, Okeke.
Yeah, Ufani Okeke. He's something else. Let me tell you, he's not just an athlete. He's not just 6'7". He will really help out this team just spacing the floor because he can shoot it too. People forget about that. He can really step out and shoot it, Ufani Okeke. And when you talk about Ufani Okeke, you can't go without talking about Shamrock Campbell. He's the heart and soul of this team. He's a captain on this team. He really, really controls the offense, passes the ball around, and helps this team out a ton from beyond the arc.
And he shoots 52% on threes, which is rather phenomenal. Carroll College 3-4 on the Frontier, 6-5 on the year. The Bulldogs are 2-4 on the Frontier, 3-4 on the season. Be back with more of our pregame right after this.
Hi, I'm Megan with the Cent Bank. My mom worked here for 35 years, and I have for 18, because we both like the family bank feeling from the start. And that's never changed. We also learned the most valuable thing you can give us is your time. So I spend it really getting to know you and your goals, which is the quickest way to get you what you need. So drop by and let's visit and experience the family bank feeling for yourself.
A Cent Bank, finding new ways to succeed. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
No, for Guz.
Oh, it's
Guzalochak. Marat.
I'm Nick with Point S Tire and Auto Service in Helena, Montana, and I'm the owner of this great company. I was put into this business a long time ago when I was 12 years old. I'm a second generation owner. My dad was at the Prospect location. He started that location in 1980. I like being part of a great community, which is Helena. You know, I truly believe in supporting local organization. A common misconception we have is that we're only a tire shop. That's not true at all. We're a full-service automotive repair facility as well. We'll replace engines, we'll change brakes, front-end work, belts, everything. You name it, we do it.
Last night, Carroll College was up 16 at the break, 45-29, but Western came back, made it a close game. Carroll won 81-73, snapped a two-game losing streak for them. 5 players for the Saints were in double figures. Jovan Slivenkin led the way with 23. As a team, well, the Saints shot lights out last night. They were 10 of 15 on threes in that win. We'll have more right after this.
Carroll College continues to lead with Montana's best graduation rate, generous scholarships, and top acceptance rates to grad schools, med schools, and amazing internships. With personalized attention to every student and an average class size of 14, it's no wonder Carroll has been voted the best college in Montana 8 years running. Campus tour, anyone?
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Current competitive owners with an eligible GM credit card can get $7,250 total allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
At Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
From the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College, it's the SWX College Basketball Game of the Week. The Saints of Carroll College at home up against the Bulldogs of Montana Western. They were in action last night. The Saints won 81-73. Carroll College 3-4 in the Frontier, 6-5 overall. Montana Western 2-4 in the Frontier, and they are 3-4 on the season.
It's the Game of the Week, sponsored by the Montana Chevy Dealers. Also brought to you by the Montana Tobacco Use Prevention Program at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. The Northwest Toyota Dealers. First Interstate Bank. Pepsi. and Wayland Tire.
Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College for today's game between the visiting Bulldogs of
And we're back at the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College. We're getting set for the men's game. And how difficult is it to play back-to-back less than 24 hours?
Oh, it's hugely almost impossible, right? And people say, oh, well, AAU teams do 3 games a day. This is at the college level. It's super hard to play 2 days in a row, and we're going to see how excited these kids are to play here today.
It'll be interesting, you know, in the women's game, they scored 81 points in the game last night. Then today, when the two teams played, they both had their lowest scoring games all season. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the men's game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm pumped because there's so many great players on this floor here today, especially in the women's game and now coming up here in the men's game. It's so much fun to watch. It's dark now.
Getting set for the national anthem, Carroll College at home against the Bulldogs of Montana Western. Wayland Tire starting lineups for Montana Western. The Haverfield brothers will both start. Jalen Hodges, Stevenson, and Max Clark. And all Max Clark does is he leads the team in rebounding, assists, and steals on the season. And that young man has simply been outstanding. Number 0, Max Clark out of Lawrence, Georgia, one of 3 players on the Montana Western roster from Georgia. 3 from Georgia, 3 from Montana, and 2 from Dillon. And Mike Larson is the head coach in his 3rd season, win-loss record of 23-44. A year ago, they were 11-19. Mike Larson, 9-21 in his 1st season at Montana Western, and great to visit with him earlier this week, and he loves his time in Dillon. And now they turn the lights off as we get set for the introductions of the Saints of Carroll College and their all-world foreign team that they have. And what a great job Coach Paulson has done. Their starters include G out of Brazil, the 6'6 freshman, Flowers the 3rd, Dennis Flowers the 3rd, 6'2 sophomore from Woodland Hills, California, Jovan Slivenkin, Serbia, 6'5 junior Shamrock Campbell, one of the captains, a 6'1 junior Brendan Temple, a 6'7 sophomore who shoots 55% from Castle Rock, California. How do you get, Jeremy, somebody from Brazil and turkey to come to Helena, Montana.
Well, Carroll has been able to do that in the past. They've had players, especially on the runs that they made in the 2000s, that have come from different countries all around Europe.
And we talked about what Coach Paulson has accomplished, 59-22, 24-9 a year ago, 29-8 2 years ago. And I had to ask him, Coach, why are you still here? What a great job you've done. Carroll College in the purple uniforms, Montana Western in the gray uniforms with red trim. And Greg Morstein's going to throw it up. If Greg makes a bad call, folks, I'm going to give out his cell phone number on the air. I'm able to do that. I talked to Greg and I said, Greg, when the announcer knows who you are and has your cell phone number, it's not a good thing.
No, it's not. You're right. And especially if he makes a bad, we'll be on him all night. We might not do much of analyzing the game. Maybe just Mr. Morstead's officiating today.
Slovakian. We're going to be watching him. They swing it around the left side. Allen back up on top.
Interesting to see Guy Pedra in the starting lineup here today.
Boy, what a strong move to the hoop for Shamrock Campbell. Neither team has scored. The women's game, very low scoring, as both teams had their lowest offensive output of this entire season. And Hodges.
It's my player to watch right there.
He went hard to the hole, unable to get the finish.
He plays with a chip on his shoulder. Yesterday, a lot of jawing back and forth between him and Slivenkin, so look for that matchup to be at center stage here today.
Pedra moves to the right side. Jovan, they're going to double up on Jovan. And boy, what a great job he's done this season. Down low, Jovan just throws it. Did he even look at the basket?
No,
he just throw that up off over his shoulder?
It's muscle memory at this point, and that's his offhand. That's his offhand. He's a lefty.
Jovan, the first to score. Clark from Montana Western swings it around the left side. Stevenson with the 3-0. And a rebound. Shamrock. Flowers on the drive. Flowers gets it to go. Count the basket and the foul. That's like the NBA, Jeremy. He got fouled, took 2 more steps, and they gave him the continuation.
He's a very, very aggressive player. When he has to, he can create his own shot, and obviously right there was able to get to the bucket, draw the contact, and get the bucket.
Dennis Flowers, a third, is 76% free throw shooter. Also a great defender. That is going to spin out. Can't get the three-point play. Jock in the game for Montana Western. Hodges looking down low. Clark, great dish to Hodges, goes up for the dunk, missed the dunk. And what's this whistle?
It hit.
Oh, it hit the standards, out of bounds.
Unfortunate for Hodges right there.
Normally, a dunk is a high percentage shot. Shamrock will bring it up. The Bulldogs have yet to score. The Saints out on top, 4-0 early on in this one.
I like what Coach Paulson is doing, switching up the starting lineup a little bit. He loves to get rotations in and a bunch of different players in.
And Shamrock Campbell with the bucket, 6-0. Carroll College out on top.
Again, don't be surprised if Western makes a run, though, because they were down by a lot at halftime yesterday.
Harris, Max Clark with the 3. And for Max Clark, that is only his 8th three-pointer, and Montana Western's on the scoreboard. 6-3, Saints are out on top here.
Western was down by 16 at half yesterday and came back to only lose by 8 points. Outscored Carroll 44-36 in that second half yesterday.
We're down to 3 on the shot clock here. And the contact is made. Players go down, no whistle. Temple with the bucket. It's a physical game, Jeremy.
Absolutely. We were talking about how physical that women's game was just a couple of minutes ago, and this men's game is just as physical to start off.
Saints out on 5 early on. Tanner almost lost it. Gets it out to Clark. Clark swings it. Stevenson down low. Hodges missed the bunny. Not happy with himself. Hodges is going to get 2 at the line here.
He hit himself a few times in the head with the basketball. Not sure, not sure if that was a. Wow, great move to the basket right there by Hodges. As you can see, hit himself in the head with the basketball a few times. Not too happy with himself missing the basket, but he'll get those 2 free throws at the line as he makes the first one.
Jalen Hodges leads his team, averaging more than 20 points a game. A physical specimen that works hard.
65% from the line this year as well. Not great, but does make both of those.
Hodges gets them both. It's a 3-point game, full court pressure put on by Montana Western. Flowers will get it up and across the timeline. Takes the pick. Hodges almost got the steal. Contact, no whistle. Campbell with a deep 3. Shamrock Campbell lights it up again. A 52% shooter from long range. The lead is 6 for the Saints.
Unbelievable. Shamrock Campbell is electric from downtown.
Jock with the bucket. 11-7. Saints up 4. 15:41 left to be played in the first 20 minutes of the men's game.
LithiaChryslerHelena.com. A great place to start your next vehicle search, like a new Ram truck or a stylish new Chrysler Pacifica. Find hundreds of new and used vehicles, all with multiple photos, low prices, tools like a payment calculator, and more. All at LithiaChryslerHelena.com. And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Helena is easy to find on Highway 12 East in the Auto Mall. Start your next vehicle search today. All at LithiaChryslerHelena.com.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
Saints start out 5 for 7 from the field. They lead by 4 with 15-16 left to be played here in this first half.
Okeke in the game for the first time.
Pedro with a 3-pointer. That's his 11th on the season. A 42% shooter from deep, 14-7, as his Saints double up on a Montana Western.
He made a key 3-pointer last night as well.
And Jock stepped out of bounds. Okeke, Coach Paulson calls him the most athletic player in the conference. Shamrock in the backcourt. The captain, they double up on him. Shamrock's in trouble. He's forced to take a timeout, and good defense on the full court press put on by the Bulldogs of Montana Western. 14:52 left to be played in the first 20 minutes from the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College, and the Saints lead it 14-7 of the game last night. Carroll beat Montana Western 81-73. That snapped their 2-game losing streak. Jovan Slivenkin with 23 points in the game, but 5 players with the Saints scored in double figures, and they led big at the break by 16, 45-29. And just like the women's game, Jeremy, I don't think they're going to score as many points as they did last night. I'd be surprised.
It's hard to play too. Obviously, college basketball is a tough sport, and especially having to play it 2 nights in a row. It's crazy to me that they're doing this, but I guess it's a lot of fun. Obviously, Montana's a big state, and having to travel all around, not ideal right now. So I like the 2 games.
Campbell with an outside of 3, 2-3 zone defense. put on by Montana Western. Three-pointer is good, Jovan, at the buzzer of the shot clock, and look at that smile.
He's so happy. Oh my goodness, Jovan Slivenkin from way downtown.
Led his team with 23 in the game yesterday. Haverfield, it's in. And Tanner out of Dillon. That is his 8th three-pointer this season. 7-point lead for Carroll. 14:04 left to be played. First half. Jovan can score inside, he can score outside, and he loves to play the game, and he's having fun.
He reminds me a lot of Jamie Pickens.
Shot clock down to 5 again. Shamrock, Jovan, three-pointer at the buzzer, no. And Jovan gets his own rebound off a missed three. OKK down low. Jovan, another three, short, another offensive rebound. Jovan gets inside, no, and it's tipped up and in, and on the tip is Pedro. How about those offensive rebounds?
Yeah,
remember, the Montana Western women only had 3 in the entire game. Carroll had 3 on that possession.
I was about to say, before the game started, I was thinking about what the keys were to the success of Western Bulldogs here today, and it was just as the three-pointer goes down right there.
Tanner Haverfield out of Dillon.
Yeah, I was thinking about what Western has to do to win this game, and it's to try and get those boards and get those forwards to try and take outside shots and not get into the paint.
Both teams coming into the game averaging 71 points a contest. Bounce pass, OKK. Doubled up on, boy, can he fly. OKK inside, Jovan gets his shot blocked. Out of bounds. Boy, this Carroll College team is so athletic, Jeremy.
Yeah, they're tall.
Media timeout, 6-point lead Saints. 12:36 left to be played in the first 20 minutes of this game.
Dear Jack Frost, people say you've got ice in your veins. But underneath it all, you're just a big old softie. Go ahead, try to nip at our toes. Thanks to our available Remote Connect, we'll be toasty and warm and ready to go. Warm wishes, Toyota Cars.
Get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2021 Corolla, or lease a new Corolla or Corolla Hybrid for $189 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
COVID-19 has Montana's back against the wall. We're in a bad spot and it's getting worse. Out here, you've got plenty of social distance. But when we're around others, it's up to each of us to protect our family and look out for our neighbors. Keep your group small. Wear your mask and insist others do too. Wash or sanitize your hands when you touch where someone else has. We're all sick of this, but these simple acts can save lives.
Neal at the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College. The 6 national championship football banners are up. That's 6 in 9 years, unlike Alabama that won 6 in 12 years. I know, different level, but I have to get it out. Jovan will back his way in. Jovan rises and fires it in. Wow.
This is the best I've seen Jovan Slivenkin start a game this season.
Well, he had 23 in the game last night. What a drive by Max Clark. 6-point lead, Carroll. 12-12 left to go. Shamrock Campbell. Pedro. Jovan left open. I'm surprised he didn't take that one.
I was surprised too.
He's done everything but get it dunked. Jovan will drive off the glass and in. Are you kidding me?
Jovan is on fire to start this game so far. 7 points. He's shot it 8 times already.
Impressive. Miller in the game for Montana Western. They go down low to Miller, back out. Hodges, the double team him. Clark, 3-point shot, no. And Pedro on the rebound, 23-15, Saints up 8. 11 minutes and 22 seconds left to be played here in the first half. Jovan Slivenkin trying to get his second high point performance in back-to-back games. Clark almost had the steal. Shamrock bounce pass down low, a dunk by Okeke.
Fonny Okeke, that high-low action right there was smooth by the Saints.
Double-digit lead out on top, 25-15. 10:50 left to be played here in the first half. Hodges swings it out to Miller. Max Clark on the drive is Miller, the layup, count the basket, and the foul. Coulter Miller, the 6'4" redshirt freshman from Three Forks, will go to the free throw line. 10.5 left to be played here in the first 20 minutes. What a strong move.
Wow.
On our Pepsi replay by Coulter Miller.
Yeah, it's not only a strong move, but a fast move. He was so quick to get to the basket, the defender just was not able to catch up to him.
With the Dillon duo, Haverfield's the only other Montana player on the team is this young man, Coulter Miller, and the free throw is there. The three-point play cuts the lead to 7. Here comes some more full court pressure put on by Montana Western. Pedro to Shamrock. Shamrock Campbell picked up by Stevenson. Shamrock will break the press to Dennis Flowers the third. Back to Shamrock. Pedro with an outside 3. Flowers gonna go down low. Okeke. Shamrock for 3. In and out, no. Okeke tried to dunk on the rebound, and he was fouled. The athleticism and the leaping ability of Fonny Okeke. Unbelievable.
I'm just surprised that Shamrock Campbell 3 didn't go in. When he puts up a shot, you expect it to go home. Unfortunately for him, it didn't go, but Okeke to the line here.
You know, Okeke is worth the price of admission just to watch him play. I mean, he is exciting.
Oh, yeah, of course. 53% from the line this season.
Hodges clears the boards. Montana Western is down 8. Miller. Back to Hodges. Carroll with a man-to-man defense. Stevenson. Miller going to back his way in. Miller goes up. The shot is blocked. And Brad King got the block. Flowers gets it slapped out. Brad King from Australia. They got players from Brazil, Australia, Serbia, and Turkey. The all-international team here at Carroll College. Pedro into bounds. Shamrock Campbell back to Pedro. 2-3 zone defense for Montana Western. G double teamed. Flowers, Okeke. Okeke had an opportunity to put it up, just unselfish.
Yep, and Hodges was able to knock it away. He's been in this entire first half so far.
Jock goes up against Okeke, partially blocked. Saints will get it back. Their biggest lead was 10. They're up by 8 here. Padre taken away. Great steal by Hodges. He slapped it off Padre out of bounds, but it's going to be Saints basketball.
And Pedro has been playing extensive minutes here in the first half as well. And he's able to get that pass on the wing and drive to the basket and make a decision there. He's been playing very well as a freshman.
Clark on the good bounce. Dennis Flowers at third, almost lost it, saved it. King goes up and scores. Athletic play by Dennis Flowers at third. The lead is back to 10, the biggest. 8:41 left to be played in the first 20 minutes of this game.
This has been a lot of fun to watch so far.
Haverfield, Michael, shot no. Rebound Hodges, a whistle and a foul.
Wow, they're calling it on Hodges.
Wow. Carroll College playing at another level here. I mean, their athleticism is just off the charts.
And that's why it's weird to see as we take a look at the replay here. Nice shot attempt right there. Didn't get it to go. I'm not sure about it. Maybe they said that he hooked the arm of King there. I couldn't really see it from that angle. But anyway, it's weird to see how good this Carroll team is on paper, and then look and see that they're 6-5 so far to start the season. Obviously, haven't played too many games yet, but still.
Well, KK, not a great attempt. Temple with the offensive rebound, dishes it off, and KK with the finish.
Just unselfish from Carroll right now on offense. It's the best I've seen them execute so far this season. I've seen them play a couple games as well. I watch them pretty extensively because I cover them here in Helena, and I think this is the best offensive performance I've seen from them so far.
Jock with it, the biggest lead of the game. Saints up by a dozen with 7:41 left to be played. Clark doubled up, Haverfield left open. Michael gets the bounce, no, hits a shot clock. That's going to be out of bounds, and the Saints will get it right back. Carroll Providence would be a great game to watch.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait for that one. Next weekend's going to be fun, for sure.
I mean, Jovan against Darko Kelly, wow.
That matchup last year was so much fun to watch. They were going back and forth, hitting threes on each other. I was able to call that game last February 27th, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
Dennis Flowers, the third, holds up with a long two-point shot, no. And Saints are going to keep it. Jovan Slivenkin will check back of the game. 7:17 left to be played first half. Saints up by a dozen, 30-18. I'd like to thank our sponsors that make this SWX Game of the Week possible, the Montana Chevy dealers. Also brought to you by Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, First Interstate Bank, Northwest Toyota dealers, Pepsi, and Wayland Tire. I'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, Yakima, Washington, and nationwide on For the Fans. Jeremy, you're nationwide. You knew it was going to happen. You just didn't think it was going to happen when you were so young.
I'm excited. Are you excited? This is one of your first broadcasts as well, right?
Exactly. Mr. Brazil getting set on to get a bounce to Jovan. Dennis Flowers, the third, will set it up. 30-18, biggest lead of the game for the Saints. Jovan down low, back out. Shamrock with the three, no. Max Clark leads his team in a rebound assist and Seals pulls it down. Stevenson on the drive. Stevenson lost it. Saints will get it back the other way. Shamrock, the team leader. Jovan in the lane, in traffic, back around. Shamrock kicks it back out. Pedra for three, air ball. You know, I'm so impressed with the ball movement.
Yes.
And the quickness. 6 minutes, 39 seconds left to be played here in the first half of the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College. 30-18, the Saints are out on top by a dozen. Carroll College shooting 52% from the field, and Montana Western shooting 40% from the field. And, you know, you shoot 52%, you're probably going to win some games.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're only up by 12 at this point. Western sticking around right now. It's going to be interesting to see as this first half continues to unfold and into the second half. But what I was going to say, I was going to tell a story about Guillermo Pedra. When he first decided to sign with the Saints back, I don't know, it was April or May, I wanted to get an interview with him. So I called him up, coach gave me his number, and I interviewed him to make sure so it could get on SWX. And I then get a text and a call from Cathedral High School, and they said, because this is a big high school, Cathedral's a very nice high school in California, they have an SID at Cathedral High School, a sports information director, and they were mad at me. They were mad at me because I didn't go through them to get to Guillermo Pedra.
It's sad that high school athletes not playing basketball or football yet in some of those states. We're getting it done in Montana. It has not been easy for the athletic directors and the administrators, but they're doing what it takes, and it's been exciting. Stevenson fights his way down low.
Great play right there.
Jamal Stevenson, what a finish, averages 14 points a game at a high of 20 this season against Tech. It's back to a 10-point game with 6:20 left to be played in the first 20 minutes here. Dennis Flowers. And Steph lost it. Max Clark will bring it back. And the Bulldogs down 10 early on. Tanner Haverfield in the corner with it. And there's a whistle, an offensive foul against Tanner Haverfield. And Coach Larson's like, what?
Yeah, well, I mean, it looked like he warded off with his right hand on Flowers, and Flowers was able to sell it a little bit, some will say.
Shamrock Campbell will bring it up. Pedro with it up on top. Dennis Flowers the third. As Montana Western stays in that zone. Shamrock down low to Jovan. Jovan goes all the way around, slapped out. Stevenson almost had the steal. Shamrock, Jovan, three before the buzzer. Oh my!
He's
Jovan
looking good.
putting on a show tonight here at Carroll College.
He is looking good here so far today.
And that is the biggest lead. It's up to 13. With
Jock
5:18 left. Jock misses the three. Slivenkin on the rebound.
Couple lefties in this game, huh? Jovan Slivenkin. I love to see it. Not a lot of lefties around anymore. You know, you see it in baseball a lot, but not in basketball.
Inside to Temple. The lead is now 15.
Temple was really pumped up after that.
And Coach Larson forced to take a timeout. Last night, Carroll College led by 16 at the break, up 45-29 on their way to an 81-73 victory as they were 10 of 15 on threes in that game. Remember, Carroll started the season just 5-5, which is 5 losses in their first 10 games. They only had 9 losses all of last year. And in 2018-2019, they were 29-8, and they played in the national championship game. But keep in mind that 9 of those first 10 games were on the road. I mean, they played back in November against Dickinson State in a home game. And
before Thanksgiving, right?
Then this weekend, they're back at home, and this is one of those courts where they don't lose.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 6 years, the Saints at the PA Center, they played 80 games. They've won 73. They're 73-7.
That's insane.
91% winning percentage at home, and my, oh my, are they looking sharp here, up 15, 35-20 with 4:51 left to be played in this first half.
You were talking about the losses last year that Carroll took, not just at home, but on the road as well. It felt like half of those were to LC State. LC State was something else last year. It was going to be exciting to see that team in the tournament, but unfortunately it got canceled.
I was looking forward to the women's national tournament.
Right.
I got to announce the last couple of years, introduced all the teams at the banquet and at the Tanner Haverfield. That's his third three of the game. Also during the first round of the tournament, it takes about 30 minutes for me to introduce all 32 teams.
Nice.
12-point lead, Saints. Tanner Haverfield trying to keep the Bulldogs in the game single-handedly in this contest. And Guzalocek in for the first time. And back up, second effort, Jovan Slivenkin. He missed on his first attempt on the reverse, got the offensive rebound and scored. And the Saints are up 14 with under 4 minutes left to be played in this game. I don't know if anybody could beat the Saints tonight.
I'm not sure either. It's just so weird to see Jovan so talkative and so animated on the court, because when he's off the court, he's kind of quiet. He just says hi, you know, whatever. But, like, he's so animated and fired up every time he gets a bucket. It's fun to watch him play. I guess he just lets it all out and keeps it all in off the court.
Jovan's got a dozen points already in this game. He's averaging 16 points a game. He led the team with 23 in their win last night. Flowers is back in. 3.5 left to be played in the first half. It's all Carroll College. Jovan,
why not?
14 points for Jovan Slivenkin. Wow. The lead is now 16, 39-23.
It's that difference, that those 16 points from Jovan right now is the difference in the game.
Tanner on the dribble drive, kicks it out to Jock. Max Clark lost it. Max Clark gets it right back to Miller. Tanner, somebody's got to shoot. Tanner forces it up, misses the shot, but draws the foul. Tanner Haverfield to the free throw line. Not often a young man gets to play in 4 state championship games, and he was able to do that. He had 65 threes his senior year, shot 48% in high school. 39-23, 16-point lead for the Saints. Tanner gets the first one to go, and Tanner with 10 points in the game. Tanner 3 for 3 on threes in the first half. So Tanner Haverfield from Dillon leads his team in scoring. Double figures already. Tanner with 11 points in this game. 14-point lead for the Saints, under 3 minutes left to be played here in the first half. Flowers on the drive. Flowers, fall away jumper, no.
Just a little too hard off the glass there.
Michael Haverfield on the drive. Tanner for 3. Oh my! Tanner's 4 for 4. Tanner lighting it up from the outside. He's got 14 points in the game. And Tanner Haverfield, that is a huge, huge night for this young man. That is amazing.
He's trying to match Jovan Slivenkin shot for shot. He's got 14. Jovan Slivenkin's got 16. Right now, it's just a battle back and forth between Tanner and Jovan right now.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Tanner Haverfield, his senior year of high school in the state championship game, he put up 7 shots, and he scored 27 points. He was 7 for 7 from the field, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. He put up 7 attempts, scored 27 points, state championship game.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Whatever you need to do to win a state championship, you're going to do it, I think. I would think you would score 0 points and pass the ball 10 times if you had to as well.
Tanner came into the game with just 7 threes all season, and he's got 4 threes in the first half. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to be played. In the first 20 minutes of this game, the Saints lead 39-28.
Bulldogs 2 fouls away from being in the bonus with just 2 minutes left.
Afterward in the game.
He redshirted last year.
Slivenkin, he scores again.
All right, it's Tanner Haverfield's turn. Where is he on the court? Give it to him now.
Tanner's on the right side. There's his brother, Michael. Michael rises and fires off the glass, no. And the rebound, OKK. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 41-28, our score.
You think when Tanner and Michael go home tonight, Tanner will say, Michael, listen, I was on fire and you didn't pass me the ball. With 2 minutes left in the first half, how dare you?
And Jovan, a rare miss for him. Clark on the rebound. Michael Haverfield not going to take the three. Clark on the drive against Okeke. Back out to Michael. Tanner on the drive. And Tanner caught in traffic to Michael. 99 seconds left to be played first half. An offensive foul down low on the baseline away from the ball.
It was a moving screen.
Coulter Miller.
A moving screen there. They were trying to get Tanner Haverfield on the wing to get open for a three, and unfortunately, Miller was still moving on that screen.
Back in the days when there was only two officials, they didn't catch plays like that, Jeremy.
No, you're right. And I was just looking at the court and how nice it looks this year. You know, they resurfaced this entire court this offseason. No one was allowed to go on it for, I think, 4 weeks it was. It looks really nice now, though.
And where's Jovan at? Antwerp's got it left side. Jovan Slivenkin with it up on top. They work it down low. Tanner trying to play defense. But Temple will come to the free throw line. 16 points in the game for Jovan Slivenkin. He is 7 of 13 for the field. He's 2 for 4 on threes. He leads everybody with 5 rebounds. The leading scorer, leading rebounder here in the first half. Temple at the free throw line from Castle Rock, Colorado. And my wife Christy would tell you there's some outlet malls in Castle Rock. Now why she would know that, beyond me.
What is an outlet mall? Is it just a mall with what? Do they have more? I don't know. Whatever.
You really want me to answer that on live TV?
I mean, why not? We got a minute. There's a couple free throws. Oh, there we go. The free throw's down. Never mind. We ran out of time.
Let me text my wife. We'll find out. 15-point lead for the Saints. 1:10 left to be played here in the first half. Max Clark will push it up. He's going to be doubled up on. Paxton. Stevenson. Under a minute left to be played here in the first half. Stevenson forces the shot in traffic. What a huge bucket.
He's done that a couple times today so far. And while they have Tanner Haverfield out right now, someone needed to step up. It was Stevenson on that possession.
Jovan with an outside of 3 leads everybody with 16. It's a 13-point game. Dennis Flowers the third with a 3 and an out no. Jovan tips it, it's in. He never got control, he just tipped it in.
I would give him 2 rebounds on that. I don't know about you.
Jovan Slivenkin with 18 points in the game. 15-point lead Saints. And Montana Western will hold for the final shot of the first half.
Scoreboard says make some noise right now.
With no fans. Jock from the baseline, no. It's halftime at the PE Center. Jovan leads his team to a 15-point lead out on top, 45-30.
What can I do to help you?
Come on, buddy, headphones.
What?
Hey! Okay, all right. What kind of I said I don't want to talk about it. Wait. Trey, what are you doing? And the molecules will...
When it comes to repairing your vehicle, make sure you choose the most experienced and well-equipped repair facility in Helena, Capital Collision Center. We are Helena's only Honda, Acura, Nissan, Ford F-150 aluminum, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Fiat, GM, and Hyundai certified repair facility. Montana Law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center at 1006 Euclid Avenue.
Capital Collision Center. Helena's first choice in collision repair.
Hi, I'm Megan with Ascent Bank. My mom worked here for 35 years, and I have for 18, because we both like the family bank feeling from the start. And that's never changed. We also learned the most valuable thing you can give us is your time. So I spend it really getting to know you.
This is the First Interstate Bank halftime show, 45-30. Saints out on top by 15. They scored the first 6 points of this game. And the highlight, Jovan Slivenkin, 9 of 16 from the field, 6 rebounds, 20 points in the game. For Jovan, he had 23 in the game last night. And how about from Montana Western, the star player, Tanner Haverfield, who came into the game with just 7 threes all season. Well, Tanner has not missed. He's 4 for 4 on threes. And Tanner, who came into the game averaging 4. Tanner Haverfield has 14 points in the game. And Jeremy, check this out. Last night, at the half, it was 45-29, Carroll up 16. Almost the exact same score. Saints lead 45-30 at the break.
So I guess no drop-off from yesterday. We thought maybe a little bit of tiredness.
I'm the one that said that.
Yeah, we thought maybe they'd be a little bit tired. It looked like in the second half of the women's game, they got a little bit more tired in that game. So maybe that's something that we'll see in this game. I guess we'll have to find out coming up soon.
What a performance. You know, what's really exciting is just the quality of play and the athleticism that we have witnessed in the first half of this game has been very exciting. Carroll College, 54% from the field. Are you kidding me?
On 13 assists, though. That is teamwork, that is passing, that is ball movement. Perfect first half for the team.
And Jeremy, what stands out, it's very comparable to what we've seen in the women's game when Montana Western only had 3 offensive rebounds in the game. Montana Western tonight against Carroll, they've been out-rebounded 22-8, but zero second half opportunities, 0 offensive rebounds. Carroll with 10 offensive rebounds.
Unbelievable. That is a stat that I don't know if I believe that. That's incredible. That's a great, just running to the ball, getting the offensive rebound, and getting those second chance points for your team, excuse me.
And how clean was that first half? Just 2 turnovers for Carroll College, 5 for Montana Western. You know, Montana Western shooting 48%. That's not bad. 5 of 10 on threes, thanks to Tanner Haverfield, who's a perfect 4 for 4 on threes. But still, I mean, when you get out-rebounded that bad, especially 10 offensive rebounds for Carroll, and a lot of that, it's those tips. I mean, it's OKK and Jovan going up and over the back, and they can leap like I've never seen.
Oh, for sure.
And that has been huge for them.
Yeah, and Brandon Temple, too. He got 2 rebounds. Jovan has 6. Okeke has 3. Pedra has 3. Everybody's getting rebounds. Everybody gets a rebound. The second half is going to be really interesting to see. Not a lot of threes in that first half taken. A strong contrast to what we saw in the women's game. Over 30 threes for each team, I believe.
This is the First Interstate Bank halftime. 45-30. Saints out on top by 15.
I love this view.
I love it every time this commercial airs. I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
At Carroll College, we understand it's the moments that make us. And there's no more important moment than choosing your path.
I always wanted to go to Carroll, but I really didn't think I could afford it. When I called the financial aid department, they explained to me that they have scholarships just for Montana students. With my scholarships, it made Carroll less expensive for me than the state schools. I'm really glad that I called.
Find out how affordable Carroll College can be for you.
I graduated the University of Montana Western with a bachelor's in business administration as well as a bachelor's in natural horsemanship.
And we are the only school
that has a natural horsemanship program in the United States.
I came out here to University of Montana Western to go to school for the Experience One program.
Student comes and takes a course for 18 days, 3 hours a day.
And then they move on to their next course.
This is exactly where I wanted to go because it was the most hands-on while also earning my college education.
Without question, 2020 was a very interesting year. But when you think about it, what were some of the top Montana sports stories of the year? Well, let's give you the top 10. Number 10, Flint Creek head football coach Mike Cutler resigns with one of the best win-loss records of all time. 45-4, 3 state titles in only 4 years. Number 9, Bozeman boys cross-country streak comes to an end. 12 state titles in a row. In 2020, they finished 3rd. The 8th biggest Montana sports story of the year, Missoula Sentinel football loaded with Division I talent. They went 10-0. They won their first state championship since 1972. Sentinel averaged 48 points a game. They gave up just 8. The 7th biggest sports story of 2020, we lost the famed Mike Tillman. He grew up in Chinook. He was an All-American with the Grizzlies. He played 11 seasons in the National Football League. Number 6, Zacchaeus Darko Kelly. University of Providence becomes the first NAIA player in history to win the National Player of the Week award 3 weeks in a row. The 5th biggest sports story of 2020, Missoula's Trace Tinkle becomes the all-time leading scorer at Oregon State, and Trace Tinkle gets drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. The 4th biggest sports story of the year, Helena Capital Volleyball. 3 state titles in a row. They win a AA record 71 matches in a row. Number 3, once every other decade, we have a dominant basketball team. This last year, we had 3 dominant basketball teams. Scobie in Class C. They won a perfect 25-0, and they had the best defense in Class C. They gave up just 62 points in 2 games at the state tournament. Class A, the Hardin Bulldogs, led by famous left hand. They would go undefeated. Their margin of victory, almost 30 points a game. The 3rd powerhouse program, Missoula Hellgate, led by Raleigh Worcester, 23-0, one of the very best teams I've ever seen. The number 2 biggest sports story of 2020, the firing of Lady Grizz. Basketball coach Shannon Kate Schwinn, the greatest player in program history, goes just 52-69 over 4 seasons at Montana. And the number 1 story of 2020, the number 1 story in the world, COVID. March 12th, state basketball tournaments are canceled with 1 day left. No NAIA national tournament, no Big Sky Conference tournament, and who would have believed that it would affect college football as well in the fall. The top 10 Montana sports stories for 2020. At the break, 45-30, Saints out on top by 15.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
My name is Dr. Lauren Wilson, and I'm a pediatrician here at Community Children's. I just got done seeing a 3.5-year-old boy who's here for chemotherapy. He has terminal cancer, and he's COVID positive. His family asked me to give you the message that if Montanans mask up, if you wash your hands, if you social distance, they won't have to be quarantined and separated from their child in his last weeks of life. Montana is about protecting our vulnerable. Please do your part and mask up, wash your hands, and social distance. Mask up, Montana.
LithiaChryslerHelena.com. A great place to start your next vehicle search, like a new Ram truck or a stylish new Chrysler Pacifica. Find hundreds of new and used vehicles, all with multiple photos, low prices, tools like a payment calculator, and more. All at LithiaChryslerHelena.com. And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Helena is easy to find on Highway 12 East in the Auto Mall. Start your next vehicle search today. All at LithiaChryslerHelena.com.
15-point lead for the Saints of Carroll College. They come in 6-5 overall, 3-4 in the conference. Montana Western 3-4 on the season and 2-4 in conference play. The Mountain Dew do-over. It's time for our Mountain Dew do-over. Max Clark faking the pass and going in for the layup.
Nice little Euro step there.
We got to have a Jovan highlight, don't we, on the other end?
Oh, here's the dunk.
What a pass. OKK with the slam on the Mountain Dew do-over.
Here we go.
At the half.
Here's a little Jovan three-pointer. Step back over the jock.
Wow. Jovan with 20 points in the first half, 9 of 16 from the field, and 6 rebounds. On our Mountain Dew do-over, there's Jovan again. They're going to double him up. He's still going to score. He's unstoppable. Put 2 players on him, put 3 players on him, and thanks to our sponsor, Mountain Dew, for the Mountain Dew do-over. 45-30, Saints out on top at the break. Up next for them, Saturday and Sunday, home against Providence. For Montana Western, January 30th and 31st, they'll be in Billings to take on the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. Jeremy,
yes,
I
sir.
witnessed something this last week that was exciting, and it kind of normalized everything. Metro Park Arena Billings, Montana's largest basketball complex. It seats 10,000, and they were able to host the Hardin Lodge Grass game. We put 3,000 fans at Metro with concessions. Then we had the Billings Central Laurel doubleheader there.
That's right.
On Friday night, and it was interesting when I interviewed the Billings Central coach. He said, Rocky, I want to smell the Metro popcorn and the brats. I mean, there's no concession stands open statewide in any high school gym or any college gym for that matter. And to be in Montana and to have 3,000 fans at a game with a pep band and with cheerleaders and with concessions, I felt like it was 2019 all over again.
Yeah, hopefully soon with the vaccine starting to roll out all around the United States and the world, it'll start to get a little bit normal again. And obviously here in Helena, we're starting to get over 200 fans at high school basketball games.
You gotta love it.
Yep.
That's fantastic. My favorite COVID rule, I mean, in Wyoming now, they don't have a jump ball because of COVID, but my all-time favorite COVID rule.
No way, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, don't jump ball. But here in Montana and every other state, you can have high school wrestling. You're allowed to wrestle, but you're not allowed to shake hands.
Yep, you have to fist bump. Hey.
It is what it is, and boy, the administrators
at
these high school levels and the college, they've done a great job. I mean, Mr. Paulson, the Frontier Conference Commissioner, you know, just keeping the games going. I mean, we'll do whatever it takes so these young people can play the game, and it's great to see us playing. Hopefully we'll have football this spring, football this fall, and we'll get on with life. Carroll College with a 15-point lead, and they have the basketball. The second half of this game is underway. And Jovan with a walk.
He's anxious or excited to get this second half going and continue on this performance that he started in the first.
Can Montana Western come back from a 15-point deficit? Hodges, he's going to take it down low. Wow.
I told you, I expected him to come out firing today, and he only had 2 in the first half.
And he's the team's leading scorer, averaging more than 20 points a game on the season. Pedro, there's Jovan. Dennis Flowers the third. Shamrock, 8 on the shot clock. NBA 3 for Dennis Flowers, in and out, no go. Another offensive rebound there, 11th. No offensive boards in the first half for Montana Western. Shamrock, another 3, no. And Stevenson clears the boards for the Bulldogs. They're down 13.
11 offensive rebounds so far for Carroll. Unbelievable.
Hodges puts up the shot, no. But just, the great job. I mean, there's Temple on the rebound. I mean, Carroll College is blocking out. They're just doing everything right to deny Montana Western a second opportunity.
Not only is that the players and them just being smart as Jovan gets called for the charge, it's also the coaching and the players being able to buy into what Coach Paulson is telling them.
Jovan with the offensive foul. Timeout for the Saints of Carroll College. 18-16 left to be played in the first half. Saints out on top here by 13.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. So stop in today and let us find the right set of Michelin tires for you. If you value longevity, check out the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting family of tires on the road. Whether you drive a car, minivan, SUV, or truck, you'll be able to do more for more miles. Come visit our team of experts at Wayland Tire so we can match you with the right tire for the way you drive.
Wayland Tire, we know tires.
Today's been good. I'm getting there.
People with mental health disorders who smoke can die 8 to 25 years earlier than the general population.
No more sitting on the fence. It's time to quit smoking.
Smoking can interfere with recovery and make psychiatric medicines less effective.
I'm taking the right steps toward my physical and mental well-being.
The Quit Line can help for a happier and healthier tomorrow.
I'm finally getting there.
Jeremy, before this game ends, I got to share with you one NFL football story, okay? Just remind me if we have a break in the action, all right?
Okay, I will.
Saints with a 2-3 zone defense to open it up. Jock. Oh, my! He was not going to be denied. 11-point game.
With the right hand, the lefty. That's something that you don't see very often.
Carroll College has not scored here in the second half. 2 minutes
that's
gone by. Flowers to Shamrock. Going down to the baseline. And Jovan. And what was the call there?
I think he called he called a timeout.
Okay.
Break.
17:33 left in the first half.
Here's your break in the action.
All right, Jeremy. My daughter, who's going to get married this fall, lives in Bozeman. And she owns a nanny service called 406 Nannies. Got to give her a free plug. So she called her daddy up a couple of years ago. She's picking up a couple of boys from the Yellowstone Golf Course. And she said, Dad, I'm visiting with this lady. And she introduced me to her husband. Dad, I think her husband plays football. Have you ever heard of Tom Brady?
No.
My daughter did not know who Tom Brady was. So every now and then I ask her, I said, any famous athletes or anybody that you've nannied for? And she said, Dad, 2 things. I signed a confidentiality report, and number 2, I can't tell you because you've got a big mouth.
Well, I mean, she told you about Tom Brady, though.
And she wasn't working for him at the time, though.
now you're the one with the big mouth again.
Exactly. I guess she knows me rather well. So she's getting married, wanted a destination wedding in Athens, Greece. They settled on Charleston, South Carolina. But Jeremy, I put my foot down. I said, I set the budget, $250,000. You can't go a dime more. I had to be forceful on that.
I mean, yeah.
You understand.
No, but yes.
11-point game. Jovan's been shut out here in his second half. Shamrock. He couldn't get it to go and went all the way around. Jock on the rebound. The Bulldogs trying to come back after being down big. Jock's got a hold on the dunk. Oh, my.
Jock. Out of Phoenix, Arizona, Mesa Community College. How about that?
We got a 9-point game taken away by Tanner. Gets it up to Stevenson. And Stevenson with the offensive charge. Or is that going to be a block?
Shamrock Campbell just got pushed over because there was a little skirmish in there, but no call there.
Greg Morstein with the call. Do I give out his cell phone number now or do I wait?
Probably later.
All right.
Let's see if he makes another bad call.
Jovan will bring it up. No, I'll tell you what, Greg's one of the very best officials there is in the state. Too much time bringing the ball up the court. How about that defense?
Great call by the officials.
Montana Western coming back mid of a 9-point game. Carroll has not scored here in the second half. They had 45 at the break. It was 45-30.
Maybe Western is just a second half team because they did this yesterday.
Jock. Clark, how about that dunk by Jock? Clark for the baseline, air ball. Jovan Slivenkin on the boards. Jovan with 20 first half points. Jovan to OKK. OKK wants the alley-oop dunk. There he gets it. It's throwing too far to the baseline. Shamrock with the three. In and out, no go. Rebound, Temple is fouled. He's going to get 2. And the Saints have a chance to score for the first time here in the second half. Almost 4 minutes gone by.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Look at this shot by Shamrock Campbell. Man, all in his face and almost gets it to go. Round and out. A great rebound here by Temple as he gets the first one to go.
Temple, a 68% free throw shooter, but 55% from the field. He goes 1 out of 2. 10-point game. 16:06 left to be played. Saints shooting 50% of the game. On the drive is Clark. Clark is fouled. Was he in the act of shooting? No.
I think he was on the floor. I don't know.
I thought so too. Under 16 minutes left to be played in this game. They aren't going to shoot. Clark shooting just 52% from the free throw line. Had a season high of 19 this year against Montana Tech. Leads his team in rebounds, assists, and steals for Max Clark. Nice comeback at the break. Montana Western down by 15. They've cut the lead to 9. And Jovan's been shut out here in the second half. Max Clark, second shot is in. Full court pressure.
You wonder why Guy Pedra hasn't been in yet here in this second half.
Flowers. Jovan Slivenkin breaks the pressure. Back to Flowers. Western held him that full court pressure the last time up. Dennis Flowers at third. Almost taken away. Jovan on the drive. Shamrock for 3. No. Tipped around, out of bounds. Who gets it? Montana Western basketball. 15 and a half left And the Saints have not made a field goal in the second half.
I was just going to say, you can't give Shamrock Campbell 2 wide open opportunities. And he still missed that one. It's just not falling for the Saints right now. And we were talking about it as the foul is called there. We were talking about how in that women's game, there was, you know, a lapse in intensity in that second half. The intensity is being shown from Western right now, but Carroll can't get a bucket to fall.
Pedro back in the game for the Saints. Can the Bulldogs make a run here? And wow.
Hand check.
That is 4 fouls on the Saints here early in the second half, just 2 on Montana Western. And Jock. Inbounds to Clark. Clark will drive in. Pops it back out to Stevenson, lost it. 8 on the shot clock. Tanner, boy, he was hot in that first half. Clark, Stevenson, deep 3, in and out, no. Again, no offensive rebounds in the game so far for Montana Western. Pedro not going to take the 3. Jovan Slivenkin will bring it right back. Shamrock. Pedro. Jovan, the drive, rises, fires, no! And the basket is just shut off for Carroll College here in the second half. Jock on the drive, and Jock is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. 14-19 left. Just 1 free throw for Carroll College in the second half of this game. Jock a 79% free throw shooter. 5 fouls on the Saints in his second half. And Jock gets it to go. How often do you announce a game where you can hear the ball bouncing during the free throw? With no fans in attendance, that's what it's like.
I've been to many games like in high school where you can hear it.
Boy, not in Montana at the high school level. Jock gets them both to go 46-40. It was a 16-point lead in the first half. And now Montana Western has made a great comeback here. Pedro down low, out of bounds. No, a travel is called. The Bulldogs will get it back.
Wow, this is incredible.
And Coach Larson is getting excited, trying to get a split at Carroll College where they hardly ever lose a home game. They've won 73 of their last 80 home games over the last 6 seasons. Clark lost his dribble. Miller, they swing it back out. Jock's in trouble. Clark for 3, it's short. And rebound is cleared out by Okeke. And a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. You can't go much longer without an offensive board. It's got to happen soon.
I don't know. Carroll's just really good at that. Carroll's doing really well with making sure that they don't give up those second chance opportunities.
Shamrock will push it up. Down low, Okeke, and that's going to be an offensive foul against Okeke. And how many on Okeke? It's only his first. 13:40 left to go in the game. The momentum has shifted. Michael Haverfield will bring it up for the Bulldogs.
Haven't heard much from Tanner Haverfield here in the second half yet.
Well, he had a 14 in the first half, taken away.
Wow.
Jovan shot is blocked by Haverfield. That was simply huge. What a defensive play.
The defense from the Bulldogs has really stepped up here in the second half. Take a look at this.
This was
great defensive play to start.
Spectacular. Jovan on the breakaway. Michael Haverfield with the big block. Slivenkin, right side. to Shamrock. Slivenkin tries to get open. Swings it around. Shamrock not going to take the three. Allen with the three, it's in. But great defense on the part of the Bulldogs. That is the first field goal. It took 7 minutes for Carroll College to hit a field goal in the second half. It is a 9-point lead for the Saints here. Jock inside to Miller. Miller's going to back his way in. Miller puts up the shot. Yes. Timeout. Montana Western 49-42. Saints lead by 7.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Current competitive owners with an eligible GM credit card can get $7,250 total allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
Hi, I'm Megan with Ascent Bank. My mom worked here for 35 years, and I have for 18, because we both like the family bank feeling from the start. And that's never changed. We also learned the most valuable thing you can give us is your time. So I spend it really getting to know you and your goals, which is the quickest way to get you what you need. So drop by and let's visit and experience the family bank feeling for yourself.
Ascent Bank, finding new ways to succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to Carroll College, the PE Center here in Helena, Montana. Carroll College up 49-42, but the big story here of the second half has been the Saints have only made one field goal, and the Bulldogs have cut into that 15-point halftime lead.
Again, full court pressure, Bulldogs. Shamrock, they're going to get it up. Temple. OKK with an outside of 3. Great defense by Montana Western. Pedro with a three-point shot. It's in. Back-to-back threes for the Saints. They're back up by 10. That was huge. Stevenson. Oh, my. Jamal, nobody was stopping him. It's an 8-point game. Under 12 minutes left to be played here in Helena. Shamrock, OKK. Temple tries to get open, slapped out. Tanner Haverfield on the steal.
He's doing it with the defense now.
Tanner was all offense in that first half, 4 for 4 on threes. Left side, Clark, Tanner. Steps in, not going to take the shot. Clark will, oh, yes. Clark drops the 3. Check it out, it's a 5-point game. 52-47, and we've had no ties. We've had no lead changes in this contest.
The biggest thing that Western has done is they have forced Carroll to take outside shots. They have not let them into the paint, and when they do, they're forcing turnovers and pass outs.
Deep 3, Pedro no. And how about that block out for Montana Western?
Made sure there was no offensive board there.
Clark will run inside, bricked it. And Jovan on the rebound. The 16-point lead has been cut to 5, 10.5 left to be played in this game. Shamrock, OKK, down low, yes. Vernon Temple with a basket and the opportunity for the 3-point play.
Great play there by Brandon Temple, able to ward off Jalen Hodges right there and to take the contact plus the foul.
It was 45-30 at the break. Carroll out on top The last time Carroll lost a home game, it was to Western a year ago. That was back on January 17th with Tanner Haverfield scored 16.
I was here.
In an 80-74 win. The Saints went 14-1 at home a year ago. They're 2-0 this year. They were 15-1 and 2 years before that. So 8-point lead for the Saints, 10:26 left to be played. And inbounds. Clark will bring it up. Stevenson. Going to take it around the other side. They're going to double up on Stevenson. Take it away. Jovan on the steal. Jovan against Clark. Slapped out. Loose ball picked up. Shamrock. And then Max Clark with the foul. Wow. 10-10 left to go.
This is exciting, is it not? Couldn't ask for anything better to finish off the weekend.
Well played game. And the fans are getting their money's worth.
All two of us.
Slapped out. And 1 official points Carroll, 1 official points Western. And it's going to stay Carroll. Pedro on the good bounce. Jovan Slivenkin to Shamrock. Flowers open from 3. Bounce pass Jovan. Up strong over Jock. Is that his first points this half?
That is.
22 for Jovan Slivenkin. He had 20 in the first half. He had 23 in the game yesterday. The lead is back to 10 for Carroll College.
It's the plus of having such a big halftime lead.
Stevenson, 1 against the world, drew the foul. 9.5 left to be played in this game. In a women's game this afternoon, it was Carroll College 50, Montana Western 47. Season lows for both those teams. 2 excellent women's basketball teams, and Stevenson was not paying attention when the official bounced him the ball as it went back to midcourt.
That's happened twice today. That happened once in the women's game and once here in the men's game.
You never see that. 9-point game. Montana Western, their great defense has brought them back here. And a rebound is controlled by the Saints.
Maybe if he got a better pass from the referee, you know.
That's why he missed it. Shamrock Campbell. Dennis Flowers, the third. They work against that 2-3 zone defense. Well, Dennis thought about it. Shamrock gets open, in and out, no go. They fight for the rebound. It's going to be Western ball.
You know, I'm looking at this rim. It might be off a little bit. I don't know, because Carroll's not making any of their shots this half. It's just been close to the basket and a couple Pedra three-pointers.
You took them over 4 minutes to get their first field goal of the second half. Tanner on the get a bounce to Max Clark. 9 minutes left to be played in this game. The Saints are out on top by 9. Tanner.
I thought he was going to take it.
I know it. The drive, the bounce pass taken away. Loose ball. Tanner dives on the floor and then gets the foul. Tanner Haverfield in that first half, he was 4 for 4 on threes, and he had 14 points. He came into the game averaging 4.9. He was red hot in that first half. Again, full court pressure for the Bulldogs. Less than 9 minutes left to be played in this game. Jovan Slivenkin will bring it up. Dennis Flowers, the third, thought about a deep three. Not going to take it. They swing it around. Allen. Inside to Jovan. What a powerful move. 24 points in the game. What a weekend for Jovan Slivenkin, and he had 23.
I expect an award coming up this week for Jovan.
Frontier Conference Player of the Week.
That is the award I'd be talking about.
11-point game. Clark gets inside the paint and is fouled. That's going to be 8 on the Saints, 6 on the Bulldogs, 8:12 left to be played in the contest. 59-48. Carroll College out on top by 11. Clark at the free throw line, averaging 11 points a game, a 52% free throw shooter.
I am a firm believer of you have to make your free throws.
That's a great way to come back when you're down, is to score when the clock is stopped. That means you got to make your free throws.
And my mom would always say they're free. That's what she would say.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Clark goes 1 for 2. Another big rebound for Jovan. The lead is 10. Pressure almost taken away by Stevenson. And Brad King from Australia in the game for Carroll. Under 8 minutes left to be played. Dennis Flowers slapped out by Clark, saved though by Pedro. Dennis Flowers at third, 2 on the shot clock. Flowers at the buzzer, didn't get it to drop. And they're fighting for the rebound. Jovan comes away with it somehow. Out to Shamrock, and they're gonna reset. Shamrock, Flowers. And a whistle and a foul away from the ball, down on the baseline, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
They called it on King. He was trying to get into position to post up on the block and accidentally hit Hodges in the face.
7:22 left to be played. Max Clark, Tanner, Michael for 3, no.
That would have been huge.
Brother to brother. Shamrock will set the offense. Bulldogs have been cold the last few trips down the court. Dennis Flowers the third with an outside of 3 right side. Down low to KK. Flowers open. Tanner flies through the air. Inside, Jovan!
That was all made by the pump fake by Dennis Flowers III. Got the man up in the air, forced the double team, and was able to find an open man in the soft spot of the zone.
26 points in the game for Jovan. And OKK on the rebound. Again, folks, no, I got to check the stats here, but I don't believe
no
offensive
0
rebounds.
Yep. Continues to be 0.
Carroll College has out-rebounded Montana Western 33-15. And free throw line is OKK. Did OKK, I mean, his jumping ability, he must have been a high jumper.
I'm not sure. We can ask him after the game.
13-point lead for the Saints.
I was going to say, he's an exciting guy and really funny, too. I've gotten some of my best video of him after games, talking to me, talking to the camera, just being excited.
63-49, and the Bulldogs need an answer here. Tanner, Stevenson. Stevenson with a three-pointer, yes! That was simply huge. 16 threes on the year. Jamal Stevenson cut the lead to 11. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to be played in this Frontier Conference game from the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College here in Helena. Dennis Flowers down low to OKK. Shamrock on the drive, bounce pass inside Jovan. No, Jovan put back, yes. 28, Jovan Slivenkin. And we've already given him the Frontier Conference Player of the Week award.
We'll have to
I'll call Wally and say it's a done deal. On the drive, shot missed by Miller.
I'll talk to Kent Paulson. I'm sure Kurt will be calling him up after the game as well.
5.5 left to go. The lead back to 13. Montana Western cut it to 5 with 11-12 left to be played. It was 52-47. And Miller at the free throw line, a 75% free throw shooter this season. Boy, they're all big free throws here. At the break, the Saints led by as many as 15. It was 45-30 at halftime. Miller from Three Forks gets them both to go. The lead is 11 with 5.5 to be played. Shamrock in the backcourt. In trouble. OKK. Back to Shamrock. Dennis Flowers. Pedra back in. Bulldogs staying in the zone.
Oh,
Jovan,
great
what a pass. OKK missed. Put back. No, Jovan. Again. Multiple offensive rebounds.
Unbelievable. He's just he has a nose for the ball.
And Jovan with 30 on the steal. Shamrock, the layup is in. And the lead is back to 15, 69-54 with 4:58 left to be played in the game.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Get $750 customer cash on an all-new 2021 Venza Hybrid all-wheel drive, or you can lease a new 2021 Venza for $279 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
COVID-19 has Montana's back against the wall. We're in a bad spot and it's getting worse. Out here, you've got plenty of social distance. But when we're around others, it's up to each of us to protect our family and look out for our neighbors. Keep your group small. Wear your mask and insist others do too. Wash or sanitize your hands when you touch where someone else has. We're all sick of this, but these simple acts can save lives.
Jovan Slivenkin has been outstanding. 30 points in the game, 13 rebounds. His teammates have scored 39. It's a 17-7 run for the Saints of Carroll College. Bulldogs need some threes, and they need a few of them. Under 5 minutes left to be played. Stevenson gets it inside to Hodges, the team's leading scorer, and it's blocked. Hodges came into the game averaging 20 points a contest, and Hodges only has 4 points tonight. Inside OKK. Oh my, what a big block by Hodges. That was outstanding. Jock. Stevenson. Bulldogs need to score almost every time down the court. Three-pointer missed by Paxton.
They got to get this full court pressure. Not just one of them has to do it. Every single one of them. Not enough time left.
Under 4 minutes left to be played in the game. Jovan tried to give it up. A very unselfish Jeremy. He had an opportunity to score from close range.
When you're that hot, I just say, just go. Just go. He's got 30 points.
I would say with Jovan tonight, green light inside half court.
Oh, yeah.
Carroll, Dennis Flowers will push it up. Flowers fake the three. Drives the lane. Oh, Jock with another block. The athleticism from both teams, very impressive. Clark. Stevenson, deep three, short. And now the Saints take off that clock, the shot clock. They lead by 15. Montana Western cut it to 5 points With 11-12 to go, it was 52-47, and that's as close as they got. It was 15 at the break. Shot clock down to 5. Jovan turns, fires. Oh my. 32 for Jovan.
He's on fire today.
23 last night, a 55-point weekend, and we're not done.
Jovan has shot the ball 24 times here today.
Shot is blocked. They got numbers. Jovan fakes, goes up, counted in the fall. Jovan, 34 points in the game. Wow.
I'm speechless right now. I don't know what to say.
Jovan Slivenkin came into the game averaging 16. He has doubled his average. He's got 34. We've already given him the Frontier Conference Player of the Week. Now let's award him the Player of the Game.
He missed the free throw, so we might have to take it away.
No, he still gets it. Boy, what a matchup that's going to be next weekend between Jovan and Darko Kelly.
It's like we've been waiting for it for a year. We really have. The last time they matched up against each other was March of last year, and it's almost February of this year.
Boy, what a great 2 games that's going to be in Great Falls.
They had too many men on the court.
2.5 left to be played in this one. Very entertaining game. Jock gets fouled by Okeke. And Jock to the free throw line. 2:25 left. Montana Western came in averaging 71 points a game, held to 54. Carroll averaging 71, giving up 68. Fewest points scored by Western, 59, in a loss to Rocky Mountain College. Both the Western and Carroll women had season lows this afternoon. 73-56 Saints. And Montana Western still with the full court pressure put on. Dennis Flowers, Shamrock, they just get it across in time. And now they're going to take that shot clock down again. Dennis Flowers at third. Shamrock, Pedro. Shamrock thought about a 3. Dennis Flowers will take the 3. It's in. Oh my. 20-point lead Saints, 76-56. A minute 59 left to be played in this game.
Boy, is this fun. This has been a fun day of basketball. It really has, Rocky.
Saints are looking very, very good, and let's hope that everybody can stay healthy and we can get this season in. Like to thank our network affiliates for today's game. SWX and Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima, Washington, and nationwide on For the Fans. And our game of the week sponsors include the Montana Chevy Dealers. Also brought to you by Montana Tobacco Quit Line and a 1-800-QUIT-NOW, First Interstate Bank, Northwest Toyota Dealers, Pepsi, and Wayland Tire. Under 2 minutes left to go in this one.
Yeah, Carroll really looking good here as they go into this heart of the conference schedule. Obviously starting out 5-5 to start the season. Not ideal for Coach Paulson and the team, but making a statement here today.
Michael Haverfield is back in. Dreyer is in. And Michael Haverfield with the bucket. Boy, in Dillon, Montana, football, boys basketball, I mean, everything's good and almost every single year. Terry Thomas and, you know, all those coaches, they do such a tremendous job. Dillon is lucky to have such great coaches at the high school and the college level. Pedro on the dribble drive, down low, wide open King, and what an assist from G. The lead back to 20, 68 seconds left to be played, and Montana Western, you got to check the stats here. Help me out. Jeremy, do they have an offensive rebound?
No, just 18 total rebounds today, all on the defensive side.
I'm not sure if I've ever announced a game where a team did not have at least one offensive rebound. Patton is in the game for the first time out of Shoto, Montana. 3-point shot missed. Patton, his senior year of high school, he had 15 games where he scored 30 or more.
Yep.
He was the leading scorer in the state. He averaged 27 points a game.
Ridiculous.
His senior year.
Ridiculous. I was just about to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth.
30 seconds left to go. Allen to Michael Haverfield. He's going to be double teamed. Jock, Haverfield. They kick it back out to Dreyer. What a pass down low. Micah Haverfield goes up for the dunk and gets fouled. All right, Jeremy, was it a dunk or was it not? I mean, let's go to the replay.
I mean, he got there.
No, you make the call,
I mean,
Jeremy.
he got there. He got up there.
Yeah, but.
Yes, I see what you're saying. What do you want to
All
call
right, is it? No, you bound make the call.
What do you want?
No,
Is it a layup? Is it a layup?
I'm not going to say it's a dunk. We're going to go with just a layup. That's going to do it. The Saints win it 78-61, the final score. Jovan Slivenkin with 34 points in this game, and Carroll gets a sweep over the Bulldogs. They go to 4-4 in the conference. Back with the post game right after this.
Opportunity opens doors.
Maxstone is a family-owned custom granite fabrication shop. We have machines in the shop that do all of our cutting and shaping and polishing for us. Opportunity Bank helped us with the machines. When we did fabrication by hand, we could do about 3 projects a week, and now we can do a project a day. I think it's important that your bank understands what you do. Opportunity Bank has helped us grow our family business into something we never thought it would ever be 18 years ago.
I'm Nick with Point S Tire and Auto Service in Helena, Montana, and I'm the owner of this great company. I was put into this business a long time ago when I was 12 years old. I'm a second-generation owner. My dad was at the Prospect location. He started that location in 1980. I like being part of a great community, which is Helena. You know, I truly believe in supporting local organization. A common misconception we have is that we're only a tire shop. That's not true.